Good evening. How's it going, everyone? Just getting sorted and we'll get things underway. Right, tools out, got lots to get through tonight. As usual, I just wait for a few people to come into the room. Hello, good evening. Welcome. I am just getting the live chat up so that we can see what is going on. As always, please feel free to say hi and let us know that you're watching and where you're watching from. Always keen to hear. We've got a whole load of stuff going on tonight, kind of some interesting stuff, something that I've never done before, so it could be interesting. Could be a few sore fingers by the end of tonight's live stream, but we're gonna give it a go. I'm gonna have a go at repairing the circuit board on this Micro B here. First of all, I just need to strip it down and get to the bits that I need to get to. Hello, good evening. Welcome to this Thursday evening here in the UK. We are just about, well, yeah, we are on our Easter break now here in the UK. We've got a bank holiday tomorrow and a bank holiday on Monday, so super long weekend. Hello, welcome everyone. Hello from Romania, wow. Good evening everyone, how is everyone doing on this fine Thursday evening here in the UK? We have just finished for Easter, our Easter break, so looking forward to getting some time outside with the cars. Hello Liam, good evening and welcome. We're going to be doing some work on another buggy tonight. This time I had the circuit board go on here, so shortly once I've got this out, we're going to be having a go. Only done it once before at replacing the MOSFET on this circuit board, so could go one of two ways. Is that a Derby car? No, it's a Losi Micro B micro buggy. Yeah, very popular, great fun car. But yeah, as I say, the circuit board went, this is my son's car, the circuit board went on it, the MOSFET has blown. I think it's only got reverse at the moment. You can kind of see there's a little burnt black spot on it, I don't think. There you go, that little burnt black spot is the giveaway. So yeah, we've got racing on Monday, so I'm going to have a go at trying to fix it for my son. Fingers crossed it goes to plan. Just going to try and get the motor out. Well, actually no, I don't need to take the motor out, I just need to get the servo out, so I've got access to it. But yeah, that is the plan on this tonight. Had a busy week, had a busy last weekend with the crawlers. Managed to get my SCX 30 partly built. So here we go, that is the 30. Got a video coming up on this. Hopefully I might get it out by Sunday. If I can, I will. So yeah, very impressed with this build. Went really well. I have a Micro T and I want to also get the Micro B. I highly recommend getting both, and if not more than one of both. they're great fun. I got to admit, the Micro T is almost my favourite. It's super fun to jump. I've got one over here. Definitely, once you get these dialed in, they're super fun and can be just as fast as the buggy. Yeah, they are good, but the buggy, I don't really. If I had to choose one, I would probably choose the truck. But you gotta have both, really, haven't you? Yeah, the truck, the buggy was going really well last event. Yeah, Team White or Team Silver on the Locies. Let us know what team you're on. I'm Team White. I've got all my buggies are white. I've got a couple of them at the moment. But my son is Team Silver. So yeah, let us know in the comments what team are you on as far as it comes to buggies. And then maybe we'll do SCX30s after that. Even more choice there. Right, we are making progress here. As I say, welcome to anyone that has just tuned in. Bit of work tonight, back on another micro buggy. I know it always seems to be micro buggies that I'm working on, but it's kind of just the way it goes, really. This one tonight, we're going to try and replace the MOSFET on the board that blew up. I've got myself this, not ever used one. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Seems a bit overkill. Never used one. It's a hot air soldering thing. So instead of using the soldering iron, you can heat up the whole circuit board, or hopefully just the bit that you need, and then pop the chip off and replace it as well. I don't know, we'll give it a go on live, but if I get too stressed out, I might have to leave it for afterwards, or resort to just using the soldering iron, which I'm a lot more competent with. But yeah, I'm pretty much ready to go with this. So I'm just going to yeah, just have a little play around with trying to right, okay. I've got some spammers on board, but just ignore those. Yeah, just going to try and get this set up, try and get it being held in a fairly comfortable place. I'm a bit worried about burning the house down. I have a T12 iron, great for small stuff. I don't know what a T12 is. I have, as far as my soldering iron goes at the moment, I've only got this, which is a TS 100 or 101 or something, which has actually been pretty good. I would really like a big soldering iron, solder station, but yeah, making do at the moment. Couldn't find the one that I really wanted, so yeah. Right, just trying to get this sorted. I just need something to protect the board a little bit. Good evening, Roman. How's it going? Hope everyone is well. Is everyone else finishing up for the Easter weekend? Or I know America don't do so much. I don't think you have bank holiday for Easter over there. If anyone is watching from the States. But yeah, we are on holiday here now in the UK. Right, this is, as I say, this could go really one of two ways. We could completely destroy this board, or I reckon we have a 20% chance of repairing it. So it could be interesting. I've made up this to try and protect the area around the chip. So hopefully I don't heat up any more than I have to. I'm just placing it over the top of the chip that I'm trying to take off, and then we're going to see if it works. If anyone has done this before, please feel free to let us know what I'm doing and what I should be doing. As I say, this is really going to go one of two ways. I have pretty low expectations, but we shall see. We'll give it a go for the entertainment value, if nothing else. So, yeah. Please, if you are going to be entertained by this, give us a like, give us a subscribe. It really does help out the channel. I'm just trying to get this piece of metal sat over the top of the chip as best as I can before we start crucifying things and melting bits. Maybe try some flux. I have got flux to hand. We've got flux to hand. I will find a pair of tweezers before we get going. Got a couple of pairs of tweezers, so we can give that a go. Apologies if it's going to be noisy. I hope it's not going to be too noisy. I literally haven't even turned this machine on yet, so might have to mute you or something maybe. If it gets too noisy. Alright, that's looking pretty good. I think we've protected the board enough. Literally just sitting that over the top of the chip. I'm just going to try and somehow hold this in my little helping hands here. Let's see if I can. Anyway, how is everyone else? What have you been up to? Any racing over the past week going on? There was a big event somewhere in the States, big micro event like a week or so ago. Perhaps some of you were there. If not, what you got planned for the weekend? Right, that's not going to work. I just joined. Looks like some low-C micro B tinkering. Yes, indeed, there is very much some low-C micro B tinkering. We are trying to replace the circuit, replace the MOSFET on this circuit board that's blown up for my son. So, as I've just been explaining, it's going to very much go one of two ways. We're either going to just melt the whole circuit board and destroy it, or as I say, I reckon I've got a 20% chance of fixing it, but who knows? Unless you give these things a go, you'll never know. Schumacher Cat PBM, very nice. Quite jealous of that. I'm a Schumacher person myself in 10th scale. I used to have the L1, but haven't had one for a little while now. I have to say that. Do love a Schumacher though. Plan for the weekend is to make a track for Mini Zeds. Nice. I wish you well. Nothing more than I like doing than having a good old hack around with the Mini Zeds. Great little cars. Right, excuse me, this bit's a bit boring. I'm just trying to figure out how to make this work so I don't melt too much. Built an LD3, really liked it, so got the cat PB. Nice. I've got the original laydown. That was one of my first two-wheel drive, well, first modern two-wheel drive from Schumacher. Still got it, still love it. Although I haven't only driven it once in the past couple of years. These micros have really taken over for me. But there you go. Good luck with that. Just upgraded my Micro T with a 1525 motor at 6000 kV, 18. Nice. That sounds like a great setup. I didn't realise they did a receiver to work with that. That's handy. I have got a Micro B here with the Hobby Wing system in it. I ran that the other day. Very nice indeed. I've only got the 3,500 kV in it. It was a little underpowered. I think I'm running a 14 or maybe even a 16 tooth pin. No, I think it's a 14 or 15 tooth pinion. Hi David, how's it going? Yeah, and now it's got plenty of speed now. But yeah, probably a 5 or a 6,000 kV would actually be better. Got the new of the Injora tyres on here. Those were performing very well. Tried to do a chip as I tried to do it as cheap as humanly possible. Yeah, why not? Yeah, the 1525 is probably the way to go. I don't know which one you used. I did have a smaller 1525 in here. I think it's 1525, but it was only the 2,500 kV, and on these buggies you really do need a bit more kV. So yeah, 3,500 minimum, I would say. But yeah, no, this is running pretty good. I've got the Upgrade RC shocks on it. Those have been super smooth and really nice. Waiting on some parts from who is it? Vast are sending me some parts for this, so hopefully we'll be trying those out fairly soon. But got some other buggy stuff on the way, which is pretty exciting. I thought Injora would get better with the Micro B tires. Yeah, these are the like the what I would call a cut stagger as far as sort of Schumacher go. Cut stagger on the front, and then like a kind of blocky pin type thing on the back. They're a lot softer compound than their first spike one. Don't think there's a foam in the front and a very soft foam in the rear. But no, they were pretty good. I reckon they could do with a slightly harder foam in the rear, but that's kind of getting pretty picky. They don't come glued, so you've got the option to put whatever foams you want in them, if you can get them. But yeah, no, they're worth a try. Definitely a lot better than the spike, their original one that they did. It's a lot nicer compound. Right, I am all set up here. I'm going to plug this thing in and see what damage we can do. If it goes quiet, that's because I'm going to put you guys on mute. It all depends on how noisy this thing is. Apologies if it is really noisy, or let us know in the comments if it's too noisy. I'll pop you on mute while I torch this thing. Probably won't take long to mess it up, so wish me luck. As I said, if you find any enjoyment out of watching me doing this, then please give us a like. I would really appreciate it. Right, I've not got anything at the moment. Here we go. This was an eBay special. Power switch, that always helps. Thank you very much. Thank you for the likes, people. Thank you. I can see them all popping up. Right, here we go then. I really don't know what I'm doing. I do know. Here we go. 18 amp ESC, $2.50, non-configurable. Should we just try burning some stuff first? Good news is it's nice and quiet. I think we're going to need all the heat. Oh, it goes hot. 400? Yeah. 430. TV non-configurable, cogging in the first 5% of throttle. Upgrade, yeah, AM32s have been working a bit better for me at the moment. Oh, it's starting to smoke. Not sure if that's a good thing or not. It's a bit smelly. Bit nervous. Yeah, that's pretty hot. Don't know quite what it's supposed to do with this. Just turn this off for a second. This is interesting. Mod 5 metal pinions, 80 cents. Cool. I had a funny story with the pinions. I needed some pinions for the micros, and obviously I only wanted 1 or 2, but you had to buy them in packs of 100. So I've now got enough pinions to last a lifetime. But there you go. Needs must. and they only cost like $2 for 100. So yeah, it was no biggie, but at the same point it was a bit crazy. But there you go. Right. So I don't really know what I'm doing. Here we go. Okay, we've got some flux coming out. That's all good. Right. Let's have it. I'm very nervous about doing this. Very nervous. I feel like I should practice on something. I don't know what. I really don't know. What about a motor? An old motor. I've got an old motor here. Hi, Jacob. I'm ready. Start panting like a dog. Right. I've got a motor here. Just for the sake of learning this new thing out. Let's see what happens when I start melting it. Okay. Not the best. The plastic is starting to melt on this motor. Okay, solder's melting. Okay. It's working. It's working. I've never done this before. Oh, I bought a used 1-inch SCS 24. With foam inside. Printed some 3D wheels. Super glued them together. Don't quite understand what that's for, but fumes in my eyes. Okay, this is interesting. Hope you guys are enjoying this. If you are, please hit that like button. It would really help me out. I printed a custom motor gear housing for bigger. Okay, I gotcha. Right. Right, it's all or nothing here. I'm going to put a bit of flux. Apologies you can't see any of this. I mean, I could try bring you a bit closer, but would that help for... I don't know if you're really going to be able to see much, especially by the time I get my big hands in here. Oh, there we go. Okay, now as I say, this is going to go one of two ways. Put a bit more flux on here. I don't think you can ever have too much flux. And then we're going to point this terrifying thing. Ah, bigger tyres, more top speed, yes. Here we go. Oh, okay. It's oh, this is scaring me. Come on guys, give us a like if you're watching me. Ah, it's coming off! Oh my gosh! Ah, look at that! It's come off! Oh my word! Now, I mean, I don't know if I've destroyed the rest of it, but I have got the chip off. Look at that! Right, I'm going to put this down before I burn down the house. Come on, that's got to be deserve a like. Come on people, look! That's the first time I've ever done this. Everything is pretty hot now. Right. Oh god, you guys are hard work. Come on guys. If that doesn't deserve a like, I can't believe I just got that off. I really can't. Thank you guys. There you go. Likes are coming in. Right, well, we've got it off. I'm absolutely don't know whether getting the new one back on is going to be any easier, but that really did. I mean, all of this was like $30, so financially this does not make sense, but hopefully comedy value, it's going to be worthwhile. So these MOSFETs, I had someone recommend them. Do I need to pre-solder the pads? Maybe. Heat it perfectly and be quick in placing it. Someone, I can't remember who it was now, that gave me a link to these. I just got them off AliExpress. I think they're fairly generic-ish throughout. This sounds like someone knows what they're talking about. I mean, they don't look pre-soldered. The board now, oh, there's a bit of charring. There we go. Ignore the charring on the paper, that's not really an issue, but it's come off very cleanly. Actually, I was watching some tech repair guy the other day, and he was doing like these ones for like cars and stuff like that, and it didn't look any different to this, and he was charging like thousands of dollars because the board, you couldn't buy a replacement. So I've got spares. I've got spare chips. Not too, I don't know really. Do you think should I clean off the chip, the board first? Maybe I should clean off the board and put some. I'll plug my soldering iron in, clean off the board, put some fresh solder on, and then maybe we'll give it a go. I think that's probably the best route to take, isn't it? Fresh solder is always worthwhile. Heat it then. Right. I really can't believe that came off so easily. I'm not going to recommend people do this just yet, but I think this could be something that everyone needs to learn, because potentially this could save a lot of money in the future. Right, I've got the normal soldering iron out, although I might just put a smaller tip on it. Ow, that's hot already. Maybe not. I'm going to stick with that one. I've seen someone doing the same on YouTube as you are doing right now. Oh, same ESC MOSFET, I think. Oh, okay, cool. I've done, as I say, I did one before on my WL toys that I managed to smoke when they decided to put the battery terminals around the opposite way. And I did that quite smashed at the time, but I don't think that was really the right way to cut it. I think this is the better way. Yeah, right, what am I doing? I really want some solder wiki stuff. Might be able to get away without it. Right, I've got some liquid solder here, which will probably be the ticket for in a moment. I thought I had a bit of solder with. Say a bit. It's actually, my solder wick is actually the brushes off a Scalextrics car, but it's the same sort of thing. Title of the video is Sussex Micro RC 2-in-1 ESC issue, how to fix. Okay, cool. I'll look that up afterwards and see how I was supposed to do it. Right now we're just going for this method, which is the figure it out as we go along and get everyone to tell me as I go. But yeah, there you go. Thank you for that, that's much appreciated. I will go and have a look at it, because I'd like to learn more about this sort of stuff. Just having a play around with putting a bit more solder on here. And then I'm going to take the solder off, put a bit on, take it off, and then try and place the chip onto the board. Probably should use a bit more flux, might help. You just got to try these things, haven't you, at the end of the day? Because if you don't try, you don't learn. And I'd rather mess it up learning than not give it a try. People often ask how I learn these things, and this is exactly how. I probably do spend twice as much money, but it's interesting, and it's a learning experience. Right, I think they're all pretty good now. All got a little bit of fresh solder on them. I don't have anything to lose, really, do I? apart from my fingertips and the house if I burn it down, but hopefully we won't get that far. Right, I think we're looking pretty good on that side of things. I've got some of this, which is liquid solder. I think I probably shouldn't do that. I think. I'm just going to have a little look and see what. I don't think you guys can see anything here, unfortunately. It's just going to be too hard to really show you. Well, hang on, let me see if I can set this camera up here. I'm going to see if I can balance my camera on my arm. Yeah. And get you a top down view. It might go a bit shaky for a minute. That's the proper stuff, if you only want to work with a heat gun. Okay. Here we go. Right, I'm going to try and get you guys... flip the camera around. Is that working? Hang on, 2 seconds. Let me just try and get this set up. I'm going to get you back up on the computer, and then I can actually see what the camera's doing. And you might stand a slight chance of actually seeing what I'm doing, albeit upside down, probably. Trying to multitask here, which is obviously not my strong point. Right, what are we doing? Got screws everywhere. It's a total mess. Ah, there we go. I've got your live chat up. Be aware there's solder flux thing you mentioned, and the same with the silver. Very conductive. Need to be aware of shorts. Yeah, I think luckily. There we go, I think I can see you. There's quite a lot of space around these. The only area I'm worried about, I'm not sure what this little chip here is, or even if it is a chip, but slightly worried about that one. I think these are just legs, so but there's enough clearance around them that I can kind of clean it off if it does look like it's going to touch. Really do with you guys being a little closer, couldn't I? I've got no way to lower you guys down. Tell me, what was better, like that or before? Probably before, I think. Looks like you're a mile away from up there from the screen that I'm watching. So I'm going to put some anything else? Right. Okay, I'm stalling. I've just got to get on and try this, haven't I? That's the wrong one. Okay, right. I'm so nervous about doing this. I think I'm just going to put a bit of solder paste on here. It's fine, I'm going to be short action. I don't know if this is going to work. Here we go, got some solder paste out. Got plenty of flux still on there, so hopefully that will be alright. A little bit of solder paste, that should hopefully hold the chip in place while I blast it with hot air. And hopefully the solder will bead up and kind of pull itself into the right place. Well, that's what it does in the videos, isn't it? It looks all too easy. Should, yeah, should. Oh no. Now what I should have done, is looked at. I need to make sure when you're doing this, people, if you ever do it, which I'm not going to recommend just yet, on these chips, obviously the old chip, maybe I can show you a bit easier now. On the old chip, no, can't. Well, on the old chip, is it going to focus? It's pretty small. No, I don't think it is. Well, look, we could have a bit more light if we wanted. On the old chip, you might be able to make out 2 dots. Now there should only be one dot. There's a dot that's printed on it and a burnt dot. Obviously, we don't want the burnt dot. So on the new one, there is. You're not going to be able to see it, I don't think. Oh, there you go. Just about. In this top right corner here, there's a little circle, and that little circle needs to be in. Hello John, good evening. You are joining us just at the right time. The dots, I don't know what the meaning is behind them. All I know is that they need to go back in the same place. So luckily I've got another board here, because I should have looked before I took it off. But I know that they've got to go back in the same place, so I'm going to pop it back on there. It is the wrong way around right at this second, so that was lucky. Don't want to be doing this twice. Now come on people, this has got to be worth a like. If you haven't already, please give us a like. Or a hands up, or a thumbs up, or something. I'm absolutely nervous as anything trying to do this. More because I don't want to bugger it up. Excuse the French. I would really like to get this circuit board back going again. Otherwise my son's going to ask me to buy him a brushless motor, and I can't afford to do that right now. Okay, I think I've got it in position. Right, here we go then. Do we put the protective board over the top of it again? Probably should. I don't think that did any harm whatsoever. I should have shown you guys this. Trust me, it's in position. Got the chip on the board, in position. It's in position. It's being kind of held in place by the liquid, or whatever you call it, solder paste. Hopefully there's enough flux on there. I don't know if this protecting board thing that I've made is really going to make any difference, but we'll leave it on there. If it sits on. Yeah, the last one I soldered back on with just with my soldering iron. Well, this is it, John. I think so far you missed the first success, but you just got to give these things a go, haven't you? not much to lose, well, other than $30 that I spent on this, which could have bought a new circuit board, but you know, now I can do hundreds of them. Not. Right, here we go then. I'm amazed at how quiet it is though. Very happy about that. Right, here we go then. It's hot. Oh no, it's moved. Blew it straight off the pads. How are we going to do that? I haven't quite figured out how to turn this thing off other than with the switch. Right, it moved as soon as I put the hot air on it. John, don't be scared by soldering too much. I mean, there's things to be scared about, but soldering's not really one. The key with soldering is practice and the right tools. After that, there's really nothing to worry about, especially just little wires and stuff. A second pair of hands doing this would be immense. I think I'd just try and hold this with the tweezers while I'm doing it. I really want one of those really. I've seen some really cool, like, sort of multiple hands type thing, like soldering arms and stuff. I really love one of those. Right, I'm just going to try and hold it down with leave the shielding there. It's all about precision. Yeah, I've got a fair amount of room to work with in here. Here we go. Oh, damn it. Temperature's not up. Now I've got to reposition it again. It moves. If not, maybe I should. Oh, why has it turned itself off? Yeah. Alright, this is getting all that. Yeah, I know. Frustrating, huh? And it was in the perfect position, and now it's not. Right, it's kind of in the right position now. No, it's not. It's moved. Come on. Getting frustrated here, people. Come on. Maybe I need to. Oh. No. This probably makes for extremely bad viewing, but I'm sorry. You go for it. That's getting too hot for my liking. Saying that, it might have attached. I think I might turn the temperature down a bit. yeah, going back to soldering, don't be scared of it, people. The key is heat, and if anything, having more heat is easier. Loads of people used to comment on the size of the soldering iron that I was using, and there's nothing worse than not having enough heat when you're trying to solder something. You end up with like a whole blobby kind of mess. No, it's not going. Just don't know how much heat I can afford to put on this. Right, I'm going to go. Okay, I've got it set at 400. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I think I'm going to switch to now, and just try going pin to pin. Put more heat than I would have liked to onto that. It's nigh on in the right position. Nothing is touching. I don't know if it has attached at all. It is actually attached, but I wouldn't trust it. It's attached, it's not perfect, but now I think I'm just going to go around with one or two of my soldering. I think I'll probably go with the big one. I don't like using the small one unless I really have to. Give it a try. I think I'm gonna go over it again. I'm not happy with it as it is, so there's no point. I think let's try a bit more solder, maybe a bit more flux, and let's. I wouldn't leave it like this, so there's no point even testing it. I think it. Well, I don't know what I'm thinking. It's weird. It looks like I've almost melted the pin off one of them. Alright, give it a quick try. Oh, cool. Anyway, chat amongst yourselves while I'm doing this. Feel free to. I'd love to get you guys. I should have bought my other stand for my phone, but there you go. Sorry. Okay, that looks better. Okay, this is going right. Going down the pins. Oh, that's alright. Thank you very much for the compliments. Don't know that this is a how-to so much as a why not give it a go type video. Right, this solder paste is definitely recommended for circuit boards like this. Maybe we'll turn this into a bit more of a soldering tutorial. Let us know in the comments are you confident with soldering or not? I know there's too many people that aren't. It sounds like we've got a bit of a pro on here as well, who's teaching me as I go, or at least giving me a lot of confidence. I think in this hobby, soldering has to be one of the most valuable skills that you could learn, and there really is no reason why you shouldn't give it a go. John, I'm talking to you. If I can manage to do this, then as I say, there is really only a few basic principles to it. One of those. There we go. I'm going to call that done. I believe we're supposed to clean this off now with some alcohol, which I do have. Did have. I've got alcohol. I did have a toothbrush that I used to use, but I left it next door. Well, what, John? Have you got a soldering iron to hand right now? I mean, if you have, I could even get you on the live stream and we could walk you through this. I'm looking for some sort of brush to clean the circuit board with, so we can see what's going on. And I've only got a really soft one. Guys, just give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to go get... if you're serious about repairing those kinds of MOSFET boards, you'd want to buy an $80 thermal camera. If you plug in some power, the damaged parts always... That's what I saw on that video as well. That is exactly what I saw on that video. I mean, yeah, 100%. 2 seconds. I'm just going to go get a toothbrush to clean this off with. Right, back. Okay, I'm back. Right, here we go. Just want to clean off the flux, because I think I'm led to believe it's corrosive or something. Right, here we go then. I need a transmitter. Can't remember which one it is. Right, what's people's thoughts? Is this going to work or not? Place your bets now. Place your bets now, people. Hello, Ian. Good evening. Ian is one of our local guys. You have joined us just in time to find out how good my soldering skills really are. I say it works. I'm still, what am I? I'm sitting at about 60% that it will. Just going to grab the transmitter. get this the right way around. Battery's red, right? Just double check so I don't blow it up again. That would suck. Yeah. Yeah, red is battery. Right, here we go, people. What's going to smoke first if it goes up? Probably the MOSFET again, isn't it? Here we go then. Come on guys, if I get this, it's got to be a like and a thumbs up from everyone. 3, 2, 1. We've got a red light. Got a red light, no load, no smoke. 3, 2, 1. Ah, it's not working. It's not working. I hope I've got the right controller. It's not blown up. That's disappointing. How do you bind these things? I need to watch my video. Nah, nothing. Nothing from the motor. Let me try a different motor for the sake of it. I've got a servo. No motor. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? That was going almost too well. Double check if the MOSFET was about the same as the other. Yeah. It's the same. It's the same one that I used on the. I'm 99% sure that these are okay. I did buy them for the Mini Zs, but I used one on that WL Toys, and it worked perfect, which I was very surprised about. Spare motor. I'll just plug it into this. Frustrating, eh? I mean, we don't have to give up quite yet. Nothing from the motor. Right, don't bother doing this, people. I don't quite get what I've messed up, unless it's something else that I've just not done right. I suppose the only thing could be whether the solder is touching in between the tabs. It looks all very clean. It looks really good. I think if there was an issue, it would have blown something else up. It would have, well, it probably would have blown the MOSFET back up again. The only thing I can think is, I'd say I've soldered it on a little over one side. Yeah, I'm scratching. It could do with being shifted over a tiny bit, so we could try that. I mean, we've still got nothing to lose, have we? let's just give it one last try. Motor. Oh, I was really hoping that that was going to work. I was really hoping. Nah, nothing. I've still got a little bit of hope in that maybe I haven't soldered it on quite far enough, and it's I've just got it in a sort of bad position. Try again. If it still doesn't work, do a quick dirty resolder of a fresh MOSFET. Yeah, we could try another one. I've got nothing to lose. The MOSFETs only cost like $5 for 10 or something, so there really isn't too much to lose. Let's get set back up again with this torch of doom. I am wondering whether when it stopped, it was weird because when it stopped working, I think it still had reverse, it just didn't have any forwards. Now on a lot of circuit boards there's normally a MOSFET for forwards and a MOSFET for backwards. However on here there's only one. So why it stopped working in only one direction, I don't know. Yeah, this is all good practice, isn't it? It's just a shame we're not achieving anything. There we go. But yeah, don't let this put you off giving just normal soldering a go, anyone. It really isn't that hard. As I said, lots of heat is critical. Not having enough heat can get very frustrating when you're trying to solder something. I know that because I had the same issue the other day. If you've only got a 60 watt soldering iron, well no, 60 watts should do most things, but if you've only got a very small soldering tip, then you're never going to get the heat across. It's all about passing the heat from one thing to another. If you're trying to pass a lot of heat through a very small thing, it's not going to work very well. Right, here we go again then. I should really put a load of flux back on that. You gotta practice. Yeah, it shouldn't take too long. I'm gonna put a bit more flux on here. Flux just helps solder flow. Helps you take it off. So this is basically going back to the start of the video again. If you missed out, I'm going to try and take this chip back off the circuit board. There we go, it's off. That's all it takes. I think let's go with the manual soldering iron to get it back on this time. Let's see if that does it. So I'm going to go clean up the solder pads again, see if we can get this sitting back on here in a good spot. If you guys have just joined in on here, welcome. This is not a tutorial. This is a, I don't know what you call it. Should we go for a new MOSFET just in case I killed it with too much heat? Probably should. Only going to wonder if it still doesn't work. Right, there we go, pad's all cleaned up. Right, new MOSFET. Now I don't exactly even know what these MOSFETs exactly do, but all I know is they're critical, and it's something to do with how the power is regulated or something like that. Keeping it real. Yeah, I'd call it that too. This is what happens when you don't have huge amounts of money. You end up wasting more time and money trying to fix things in the hope that one day it will save you money, which often it doesn't. Right, now I've just got to try and hold that in the right place while I solder it with the normal soldering iron. Sitting in a better place right in this second, I think. I suppose I should just double check that it is on the right way around. Yeah. Yeah, it's on the right way around apparently. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's moved. Once you can get one pin in place, then the other ones aren't too hard. Something iron's not hot enough. 400 degrees I'm at for this. Get it on there nice and quick. Yeah, feel free to go get a cup of tea or something, people. Grab a beer. Bring them for a long night. What's everyone else up to? Are you guys at work skiving or at home chilling? It is, I don't know what time it is here now. It's got to be 9 or 10 o'clock. Okay, we're making progress. Okay, we got one on. So I can now try and get it into position. Get number 2 on. I think got number 2 on. Maybe 3. Maybe 4. Might have got one side done. Come on, this has got to work this time. This has got to. Just going to put a bit more solder on, just to make sure that they're properly touching. Nicely soldered. All this. Very satisfying, this liquid, oh, whatever it is, solder paste. It flows really nicely. Right, we've done one side. We can try and do the other now. solder paste on that in the right place. There we go. Number 1 done. Number 2 done, I think. Done. All done. Still feel like it's over to one side. Don't know why. It was sat in the right place. But at the same time, I think it's all soldered anyway. Yeah, with the soldering, as I say, heat is really key. If you've got lots of heat stored up in your soldering iron, you can go on and off super fast, and it's always better to do that rather than to have to wait for keep the soldering iron held onto whatever you're soldering and wait for the thing to heat up. So there we go. I think we are done for around 2nd attempt even. Let's just clean that back off again. It doesn't look bad at all. I wonder if I can see anything visually that we're missing. Everything looks good. I can't see anything missing, as in singed or disappeared. I do like the idea of having a heat thermal camera. Yeah, everything looks alright. Right, it's going to be time to test it again. I'm not holding much hope now. I'm down to 5%, I think. Let's plug things back in again. Everyone else has disappeared. This is too tedious and boring. Alright, battery is plugged in. Is it going to work this time around? Go for the Micro T motor first. I'm pretty. This is a brand new motor. It should work. I think I might have unbound it or something. I've forgotten how to bind. How? I need to watch my own video on how to bind it. It's terrible. I thought it was like push something down for 3 seconds or something. Can someone remind me? Plug in a charge battery, turn on the ESC, press and hold the button until the light flashes. Turn on the ESC. people. I'm gonna have to get a manual out. I think I might have thrown them all away. There we go. Got one here. It's getting pretty desperate when I have to use a manual, I'll tell you. Someone really needs to do a video on this. Where's the English? There we go. My German is not particularly brilliant. Okay. There we go. Come on. Binding. Connect a fully charged battery to power on the ESC receiver, holding the button for 3 seconds until the red light flashes quickly. Power on the ESC. Does that mean holding it on? Ah, there we go. Okay, we're back, we're bound. It's working! It's working, people! Come on, get in there. It's working. We succeeded. I had lost all hope. Come on, people, that deserves a like. That deserves a thumbs up as well. Come on, people, you tight little people. There you go, we did it. Right. I'm very happy with myself. It must have just been a bad solder joint, I think, or something like that. It'd be interesting to know if I did toast it or not. There we go. That's exactly how to fix an ESC. Thank you very much, David. Thank you very much indeed. Can we get that surprise? Yeah, I can't believe it. Yeah, I absolutely. I'd given up. I was down to like 5. I was down to 5%. I'd lost all hope, but we managed to do it. Amazing. I am very happy with myself. See, there you go, people. It's not hard. It's easy. It really isn't that hard. There's nothing hard about that. It's just frustrating when things don't work. But yeah, there you go. We fixed a ESC. It's never that complicated. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to do any of the other chips on there, but there you go. We can put my son's car back together. Hooray! Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, there is not a huge number on here tonight, but there you go, it doesn't matter. We're all having fun. Likewise, if you guys ever want to share anything with me, you feel free to use the community section. Post up your pictures and stuff like that. I don't think I've had anyone post anything this week, but I've had people post pictures of their tracks and cars and everything like that, and I love seeing that, what everyone else is up to. I know it's a bit one-sided on YouTube, but that community section does allow you to post stuff, so whenever you feel like it, please feel free to use it. David, do I plan to try the new Proline shocks? I didn't know there were new Proline shocks. Probably, gotta say probably not at the moment. Proline Micro shocks. If you go to like my main YouTube channel, I don't know what you call it, bio. something or other. It will say like the content sort of page. It will have like live video. It will have like videos, shorts, lives, and then there's a community tab. Hello, good evening. Yeah, that community tab you can click on, and then you can post stuff. So yeah, that is where it is. It's a little bit hidden. I don't think it's been around for super long, but yeah, it's a nice little section because yeah, it means that everyone can interact a little bit more and make it more of a community, which is nice. So yeah, there you go. We have managed to fix another ESC. Now, I know there's a number of people at my club who have blown them up over the time. Hopefully I don't have to do one of those. What do you think? Yeah, I've been looking at the pictures of that. By the way, again, goes saying, feel free to post those pictures in the community section, and then everyone else will be able to see them as well. It's very hidden. First time I hear someone using that feature instead of just using a Discord. Yeah, I don't use Discord or any of those other things. So yeah, community section, and then the other one when it comes to watching videos, there's for small content creators like myself. There is a hype button, and you get 3 hypes a week, I think, and that means that you can kind of give the new content creators a little bit of an extra boost, and it kind of helps them out, sort of thing. So feel free to use that. I think you can only use it within the first week of a video being uploaded by that content creator. But yeah, hype button and community, use those. I did a course run by YouTube, boot camp it was called, and they taught us quite a lot. So yeah, interesting stuff. So yeah, that is that. I'm so chuffed. I'm going to put it back together now and get it all running. So yeah, that'll give me something to do for the next 5 minutes. I don't know what else we're going to do tonight. I've got video stuff to do. I can't remember what we talked about last week, to be honest. I think I just had a load of stuff delivered last week. I have had some new stuff delivered this week. So about your Mini Z, is it technically set up like a pan car? My Mini Z, well, it depends what you call a Mini Z. I've got like my modified ones. I'm R04. Set up like a pan car. No, I don't think you could really call it a pan car. No, not really. They run a T-plate and then a shock on the rear. Kind of, yeah, I suppose the steering is, no, it's not really like a pan car. This is obviously basically a pan car. And that you've got the side springs and everything like that. I need to get that. That reminds me, I need to order some bits for that. We've got buggy racing coming up on Monday, Bank Holiday Monday. So looking forward to that. Which is why I needed to get this done. I've got some very exciting buggy stuff that I can't even show you. It could be an absolute game changer. It could blow the Micro B out of the water, but I can't tell you what it is. But yeah. Last month, stock since a few days ago. Oh, sorry, there was I've got something up on the screen here. Power stroke oil filled shocks. These are the new. Oh no, they're the mini. No, that's the same micro. Ooh. Yeah, they do look. They've got the. Okay, yeah, I think I did see them. They're expensive. I'd like to try them. We can't get them here yet. Does A-Main have them in stock? I've got to admit, I'm still pretty impressed with the shocks that I'm running. Those upgrade RC ones. A-Main. What would tempt me would be if the bottom cap was removable, and here we go, $39. Oh, they are as well. They do look quite nice, don't they? I've had the low-C upgraded ones, and they were a bit rubbish. Those look like they've got everything that my wish list would ever dream of. They've got the bleed screws. They've got the replaceable bottom, the removable bottom caps. Can't really justify it though. I'll ping them an email and see, but I think aren't the upgrade RC up now fully 100% admit upgrade RC sent me those shocks for free, as did Injora, but they are, the upgrade RC ones were a lot smoother. I did have some issues with the Injora ones leaking a bit. Not saying I couldn't solve that, but they have leaked a bit. But the upgrade RC ones seem very smooth indeed. I didn't think it was possible to beat the Injora ones to start with until they sent me those ones, and then I was won over. These are the Injora ones, but as I say, all the oil's fallen out. I haven't gone back and filled them up. But yeah, I would like a set of those. I've had a bit of an expensive month though, so just had to pay to have my van fixed, which finally did get fixed, which was a big relief. Still trying to save up for a new van, and yeah, I bought a few other bits and bobs. Right, well, I am over the moon that we've got this. I've got a couple of good crawler videos coming up as well. Should be fun, some pretty cool stuff. Right. Say at the start of the video, I'm still waiting on some vast parts to come. Hopefully that will be going on the buggy. Actually, I might have to do a bit of work on my buggy as well. Might do that in a second. Need to take more parts off it. Need to dive into that a bit. Ultimate buggy is still very much not. There we go. This is back together. Should give it a quick test. Wrong transmitter. Nearly had myself there. Starting to panic. Why is it not binding? That's definitely the right transmitter. No, it's not working again. Oh no, come on. Oh. That's the dead motor. No, it's alright. That's the motor that killed the board. As long as it hasn't killed the board again, but it shouldn't have. We're good. Okay, I remember now. That's why I was going to take the motor out. I know I'm a bit slow. It's all right. Panic over, people. Panic over. You see, it doesn't go as smooth as it does on the videos. This is what this is real life. Real life me. Everything's perfect on the videos. It's amazing what a bit of editing will do. This is why videos take me so long. I make silly little mistakes. Don't tend to blow things up, but quite often forget to do things. Sorry, John. It's alright. It doesn't help being on camera as well. I blame it on that. I'm trying to talk to you and do this. Right. Oh, dearie me. Emotional roller coaster of a ride, this, isn't it? The amount of time I waste doing this, I don't know. Right. Okay, let's get a new motor. Pop the pinion off. There we go. Pop the pinion off, take the lid out. Should have had a beer before doing this, it would have calmed my nerves down. Right, there we go, motor out. Now, don't tell my son, but I'm going to try and put a slightly slower motor in it for him. I felt so bad. When his car stopped working, I gave him my truck, which is and he's more consistent and faster on a slower motor, as most people know is the key to get a bit of consistency going. So I leave it on 50%, and the poor thing started crying. I felt so bad. I felt so bad. He just wanted to go faster. He was faster with the slow scent. He moved up a place, but he swore that he would be faster on and yeah, he broke down in tears, which was connection very bad. Oh, sorry. So it's a bit weird watching it here as well. It's a good couple of seconds behind. So you're half a second behind. It's probably by the time I get to read whatever you're, I have no idea what you've just heard. But there you go. You didn't miss anything. I was just saying how at racing last week, my son's car, when this car blew up, my son I gave him my truck to drive, and he's only 7 years old, and I said put in 50% because he'll drive more consistently, and he did, but he broke down in tears because he wanted to go at 100% because he thought he would drive faster. So instead I'm just putting a slightly slower motor in this car for him. Then he won't know because he'll drive at 100%. It will still be plenty fast enough. But yeah, I felt so bad. Broke his little heart. Little bottom lip going. But he was alright. He's alright now. He's forgotten about it. Alright, just meshing this motor up. And then we should be able to test it again. Oh dear me. I suppose I should test this motor first, shouldn't I, really, before going too far. Oh. Don't quite know why it lost its bind again. That was slightly strange. Okay. We're good. We're good. Yeah, he'll never notice. He just likes to do big jumps, like any kid should do. He'll go around the track and then stop, line himself up for the jump, go flat out over the jump, and then carry on going around the track again. It is alive. Finally, we are. Making mistakes again. I blame it on you guys. Blaming it all on you. Can't multitask. How I managed to get that soldered up, I'll never know. But we did. totally not my hack, but I don't know if anyone else has done it. The little zip tie to hold the body on trick. I learnt about that a couple of weeks ago. That's a little game changer. It doesn't look particularly great, but definitely holds the body on nicely. Right, we are nearly there with this one. I really should do some work, more maintenance on this, because it's in a bit of a state. I'm waiting for him to learn how to do it himself. Might be a little longer. He's only 7. He's keen though. Keen bean. Right. Let's give this a little bit of a clean up while we're here. Right. What do we want to do next, people? What did I say I was going to do? Oh no, I need to order parts for that. Well, I could put mini Z back together. Anyway, what's everyone else up to this weekend? What you got planned? Anything going on? Just defluffing this for him. He used to do a bit of maintenance himself, but now he just likes to run around and play with his friends at the club when he's not racing. I mean, maybe this is why I blew it up. Maybe I just should have done more maintenance on it. So, probably not a bad thing. Let's take these off. Pretty bad. Oh, nice. What charger did you get? I finally made up a new charge lead. An incident, SMRC. Ah, that's what I've got. Well, I don't know about the 2 part, but I got the B6 Neo. Definitely recommend it. Yeah, I did have the USB-C one, and then I got fed up with carrying an adapter around, so I ended up getting the AC one. I sold it to a friend and bought the AC one. Uh-oh, John, I can't remember what you said you do. It sounds like you work abroad or something. No, the Sky RC B6 Neo does very well for me. But yeah, I did prefer the one that didn't require the USB. It's nice because it's so compact. It's a pain in the arse having massive charges for these tiny batteries. I've got quite a few Sky RC chargers now. They're not the most reliable, but they've been pretty good. just sorting this out for him. Otherwise we're only going to blow up more stuff, aren't we? Well, I'm afraid if I told you I'd have to kill you. But it's pretty epic. I've driven it a little bit this week. I think it only arrived earlier in the week. It's pretty cool though. 21st of April. Put that in your diary. I think that's when I'm allowed to say things. But it's pretty amazing on what they've done. I can show you that. Don't think there'll be many people buying another Micro B anytime soon. It's the first pre-release car that I've actually managed to get my hands on, which has been amazing and very appreciated by said company. But anyway, how about those new short course trucks that have come out? Those micro short course trucks. They look pretty cool. Micro short course truck. I quite fancy one of them. I messaged them, but they haven't responded. It's funny how some companies respond to every message and others completely ignore you. Yeah, save a couple of $100 for this one. It might well be worth it. Can do a bit more testing this week with it, hopefully. Just to tempt you, it's sitting literally right beside me. It's like right there. But I can't show you. Checking there's nothing in the background that gives it away, but there isn't. Okay. Right, I'm just going to clean the other side. Very happy with my my SCX30 that I built last week. We took it to there was a new course that opened last weekend, and myself and Ian headed down there and checked that out, and yeah, I was very impressed. Felt really good. Got just going to be doing a new course build, me and my son, next week while he's on holiday in the garden. We're going to build ourselves a nice little crawler course for the holidays and for the summer, so that should be interesting and hopefully make some sort of content out of. I think we covered the planet axles for the SCX30 last week, didn't we? Did we cover these last week? Was any shock upgrade metal parts really worth it in compared to the stock? 100% the upgrade RC shocks was worth it. Actually, yeah, we need to do that, really, don't we? Yeah, I'd buy those all day long. Other than that, no, I think I've basically taken everything off right now. if they had stayed the way that they were for the first couple of laps, 100% they would have been worth it. The car felt absolutely amazing for the first race or so, first couple of races actually, but when things started bending, it was game over. So right, we're done with my sons now. All clean. Pretty happy with it. It says. Oh no, the servo's gone on it. I've had this go on one of the other ones as well. Servo's on its way out. That's a shame. Carbon body has no negative impact. Carbon body. Carbon body? Not sure quite what you mean by that. So what were we saying? Aluminium parts. The bottom frame. So I've got carbon tower and carbon chassis and carbon top deck, which I made myself. Changing the weight dynamics. The weight of the car only changed by 8 grams over the whole thing. Front to back it was exactly the same balance. I think I noticed the stiffness of the aluminium more than anything, maybe, which I wasn't keen on. The only, I think you guys probably know, but the only reason that I ever went with the aluminium is purely because it offered a lot less slop and more precision. However, once things started bending, good evening, I can't even pronounce that, something Polish. Polish? So apologies. But good evening. Yeah, the precision of the parts was really good to start with, and that's exactly why I went for them. But however, once that was lost, sadly, that was game over as far as those parts were concerned. I have tested everything now multiple times. I was hoping these arms would work, but sadly, they have bent too. So it is time for them to come off and go back to what I had on here beforehand, which is a real shame. I'm absolutely gutted because I thought they were showing real good potential, but it's no good if things start bending, is it? I think even the steering rack is now bent. So there you go. Win some, you lose some. I'll tell you what, there's one thing that I'm going to keep, and that's the aluminium hexes. That's the one thing that we can still run. But how much longer I'm going to be running a Micro B for, I don't know. Maybe not a whole lot longer for racing. I'm just going to go back to the plastic ones. Plastic ones or aluminium ones? Just sure I've got some aluminium ones somewhere. Where is my buggy box? going to grab another box of parts. 1 second. Going through a few parts here, trying to find something. Can't remember what parts I had and what I haven't. Sold them on a car and I didn't realise it. Come on. Right. Evening 51. What are you working on tonight? We've been doing some soldering. We actually had a bit of a breakthrough I had my son's circuit board on his Micro B died. The motor took out the MOSFET, and we went through replacing a MOSFET, which I've never done before. I've done it once before with very crudely, but this was just as crude. But yeah, we did that. Go back and watch it another time. Its comedy value is probably fairly high. We are now just doing a little work on my own buggy. I've decided to put on an extra buggy night on Monday because we've got a bank holiday here in the UK. So I decided to. Had quite a few people asking about doing some more buggy racing, so I said I'd put on another buggy night for everyone. So just trying to get my buggy back together. Sadly removing more of the parts that we added to it, as they have been continuing to bend, which has been a bit frustrating. Right, I need some bearings, which I don't have. Can't remember what I did with them. Good evening, everyone. We just had a few people join us. Welcome this evening. We are, well, I don't know what we're doing. We had a bit of a high a few minutes ago, and yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Need to find some more ones. Come on. Got done with them all. Oh, no. Apologies for being so disorganised, but that is me all over. Right, here we go. Right. Trying to get organised. My desk is in absolute state at the moment. Couple more bearings. Yeah. thinking and doing at once. Right, that's the right side there. That can go back on. Good. Yeah, welcome to anyone that's just joined us, tuned in. You might want to go back and watch what we did earlier. It's probably more interesting than this. Can I have something? How can I tell the difference from a version 1 Micro B to a version 2 from looking at the box? If you can, thanks. Unfortunately, nothing from looking at the box, but what I would say now is that if you have purchased it new, you have no worries. I say that. My latest Micro B that I bought has gone back down to one of the slower motors again, which was a bit frustrating. I don't know whether I just got unlucky and got a bad one, but yeah. The way to tell a version 1 versus version 2 was, because it was only the first batch, so unless you're buying one that has been sat on the shelf for a very long time, it's extremely unlikely that you will have got a batch one. What it does seem though is that there are a few slower motors out there, but hopefully that is a bit of an anomaly and you don't have to worry too much. This is a Micro B. I do have Spec Bs beside me somewhere. But yeah, it was really, they changed the motor for a faster motor, or a motor that was made better and in turn faster, and they changed the front knuckles, or no, caster blocks, and that was about it really. There really wasn't much difference to worry about. Oh, I'm going mad. Taking parts off and I can't find yeah. I can have something right in front of me and still can't find it. Yeah, 100%. I spend probably half of my life looking for things. It gets very frustrating. I probably need to get one of those magnetic mat things. That would probably really help me out. Right, getting things back together. So I do need to take the steering rack off this thing. I'm going to put the aluminium hexes on. I would recommend those from, I don't know if there's anyone else that does them. I expect they're the same as the SCX24s. But it saves a lot of hassle when you're putting the wheels on and off. Cool, looking good. One side kind of down. Just got that ball stud to switch over. Not worried too much about taking these ones off. just get yourself a few magnetic trays. I've got a few magnetic trays, but they always end up with piles of stuff in them, and then they just end up staying with piles of stuff in them, and I have nothing to use. I've got one around here somewhere. There it is. That's what they tend to end up looking like. Discarded scalpel blades, a pair of tweezers, a whole load of leftover bits. That's why I said a few. Yeah, it's not the only one that I've got that looks like that. Yeah, I would quite like one of those mats, even if it's just to stop things bouncing quite so far when you drop them. I spent half an evening looking for a washer at racing the other night. I missed my final because I couldn't find a washer. Very frustrating. What's the time? How long have I been yakking to? Oh, blimey, I've been there for hours. 132 minutes to be precise. I get a Tupperware so you can empty the tray into. Got one. I think we're all on the same wavelength. I have ice cream tubs everywhere. Yeah, once the magnetic trays become too full, I then pour them into an ice cream tub, and then that just goes on the shelf. You can just use the wheel. Can you? No, they don't fit. They're too big. Too big for those ones. The stock ones. I do have a thing for them, but I couldn't be asked to dig it out and try and find it. Call me lazy. So yeah, just when you're putting these knuckles, the plastic knuckles back on, just make sure that everything's loose before you tighten it up. I have so many people come to me saying, why is their car not centering? And it's because something is binding. You kind of start with, do one side at a time, loosen one side off, tighten the other up until it feels good, and then do the other. Yeah, I've not had a huge amount of luck with my Micro B recently. Ball joints seem to be really varied. Ball joints and links. Love someone to bring out a decent set of links from the stock tool. Stock tool. Can't remember what the tool was that they gave you with these. Right. Yeah, I've had the Injora balls and links. Unfortunately, they were really sloppy too and kept on popping off. Well, the first set that I did. I'm using the Injora balls think, yeah, I've had mixed results from all of them, to be honest. Now, some good, some bad. The first set of Injora links just fell off so easily. The set on my son's car, oh no, that might have been that set. Then other people have had them and they've not been an issue. It just seems so mixed, and same with low-C ones. I've had low-C ones that have been fitted really well, and then I've had this set which just they just pop off really easily. So I can't even recommend anything for those. I wish I'd just make them a little tight to start with, and then you can make them a little, you can polish stuff up and make it better, fit better, but once they're loose, they're loose. We're good. We're getting there. There was a cross wrench or wheel brace included. Okay. I might have got one of those somewhere. Don't know. There's no other reason than me being lazy for not getting the right tool out. No other reason. Okay. Just getting this hex back on, and this can go back together. Good evening, everyone that's just joined in. What do we do with these tubs full of screws that have been sat on a shelf for God knows how many years? Oh, that screw that I lost earlier has just turned up right in front of me. Yeah, what are you supposed to do when you've got a tub full of screws that you can't bear to throw away? I used to, on larger stuff, oh, apologies, don't know why I did that. On slightly larger ball studs, I used to use super glue, and you can sometimes put a drip of super glue into the ball socket, let it set, and then work it free again, and it takes out the slot. But on these, I tried it, they're just too small and it just creates too much resistance. It just needs a company to come out with a decent quality one. I think that's all it really is. Or No, yeah, just a decent quality one. That's what the Micro B is. Would make it a whole lot better, is just by everything being made just a little bit more precision, and it would change the whole experience a huge amount. Right, that is suspension back together. I do need to change this steering rack now. So on these ones, these were the RHK ones, which looked absolutely beautiful, but the arm was just bending, and yeah, everything else looks straight, but the arm was bending, so the caster was ending up being so varied. Oh wow, blimey, never tried that before. Heat shrink on it, must be pretty thin. But yeah, I think at this scale it is what it is. It can be done. They can be made good. The reflex racing, that might be the way forward, you know. Maybe this on this car here, these ones are absolutely phenomenal. I've had them on there for 3 years, and they still don't have any slop in them. So maybe I should just buy a load of those and then just use the links. I think that would make sense. That's what I'm going to do. 100%. Don't know why I didn't think of that earlier. Trying to make a short from. Oh dear. Well, feel free to post it. That was a pretty ecstatic moment. Do we have any other people on here that do YouTube in a similar sort of way? Does anyone else on here have a channel? I'll happily feel free to plug your own channel on here if you do. You might have it as your username, you might not. Right, I've got to take this apart again. Good evening everyone that has just joined us. Hello, welcome, good evening. We are fairly deep into this evening's bits and bobs that we're doing. We've had a couple of wins earlier on with some circuit board work that we did, and now I am just doing some work to my buggy, trying to get it back running again for Monday night. I did put out a short earlier on today, don't know how well it's done. Yeah, here you go, these are bent as well. Just taking the steering rack out, the RHK steering rack. Gutted, absolutely gutted. I'd really wished that these had held up. This is one of the things that I was really impressed about but if you can see how if I take this apart, you'll see even more. Maybe I can still use parts of it, but the arms I definitely can't use, which is the best part of this. If I don't talk, I just put a little. Yeah, I don't think I used to talk, or maybe I did. My videos used to be terrible, and they haven't got much better, to be honest. I'm rubbish at talking on videos. It takes me hundreds of takes to get anything that sounds vaguely correct. Right, I'm going to try and show you guys this. There you go. So it doesn't really show terribly easily, but the top of this is bent down. Same on the other side. Ricardo, do I use Loctite on those screws for the steering? No. Well, yes. Depends which ones. Anything metal to metal, always use Loctite. Oh God, you posted it on my community. Didn't know how to embedding it, so it won't look like someone's suspicious link. Oh, okay. Well, I'll watch it on there anyway. Yeah, anything metal to metal, I use Loctite. I've learned, I can't remember if there was people on here that taught me about it or somewhere else. I've been using this one, 248. I've learned that for smaller screws there's a more specific one that you should use, but I've been using that for years. Incidentally, it wasn't really enough to hold the stuff in here. But yes, I do use Loctite, anything metal to metal. You do be a bit careful with it, but anything going into plastic you don't really need to worry. Well, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, that's a real shame on those parts. I'm hoping maybe I can still use that. I mean, there's no real benefit to it other than that it looks cool. Oh gosh, I'm gonna blooper reels of me now. Let's see if this will bolt up. I don't know if it will. Might do. There's really no reason to use this, but I seem to remember it not being any heavier, so what's a bit of bling? Yes, learned it that 2 screws so tiny it's hard to put Loctite on. No, I'm going to stick with the stock one. I think there's a little more area around it for the plastic to sit on, and it's a bit makes the arm a bit sloppy on the metal one, so I'm going to switch it all back to the plastic, sadly. As I say, I really was hoping that these aluminium parts were going to work. So gutted that they didn't. I do hope these Vast stuff arrives soon and I can test those out. Alright, let's switch the ball studs over. Right, I'll get this front end back together, and then I think we'll have to call it a night. It's already 11:30 here. As I say, if these had not bent, they would have definitely been better, but sadly that wasn't the case. Yeah, unfortunately don't buy that steering linkage. It hasn't held up. Don't forget to show all your friends that silly face. God, you guys are mean. Right. I certainly won't be showing my friends that. Right, I'm just trying to. These stock linkages, steering linkages, required shimming. I can't remember how many shims I put on them. Looks like 2 on the bottom. I'm going to do this a different way around. Yeah, I mean, aluminium parts, as I say, I really wasn't. I don't like using aluminium any more than I really have to, unless there's a valid reason. And I did have a valid reason, but sadly that valid reason disappeared once we started using them, which is why they've come off. I think even if the parts were just made from a better quality aluminium, they would have potentially worked out. The aluminium just seems very soft. Right, getting that. Good evening, anyone that's just tuned in. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. We have had an interesting night tonight, full of highs and lows. Feel free to go back and watch those highs and lows. They were probably about half an hour, 45 minutes into the live stream. And apparently I made some pretty funny faces, so yeah, feel free to go back and watch those again. But do give this a like. Those faces have got to be worth a like. Embarrassing myself. Oh no, it's all come apart again. Right, pins and washers and shims have all come out. I think I might go for the top shim option this time around. say I could do with being 20 years younger. God, my back is absolutely wrecked at the moment. Struggling to sleep. Oh, to be 20 years younger. Oh, to have had these 20 years ago. Kids nowadays don't know how good they've got it, do they? Brushless motor, all that good stuff. Right, back together again. Oh dear. If anyone's got any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat. I will do my best to answer them. I'm going to get this finished up here, get some wheels back on, and then probably call it a night. Yeah, nearly there. Have you tried the Fox Air ESC yet? No, haven't. But that is on my list of things to try. What I did learn about at the weekend, which I have heard about but not fully looked into, is Escape 32. The new one, forgot to ask, when a new very interesting release video might pop up from a game. 21st of the month will be there'll be a video out. But yeah, sorry, Escape 32, which is very similar to AM32, but different. Very similar but different. But I have seen a even smaller Escape 32 ESC, and basically you can program them from your phone now. They have a little Bluetooth module that you can plug them into and then work it from your phone, so you don't need a PC, which is amazing. But as yet, I've yet to figure out actually how to get hold of these. I've found plenty of sort of 50 or 70 amp versions, but there's a 25 amp version that looks fantastic. Those Fox Air ones that I've got are going to go in my SCX30, this little truck here. Video on this will be coming out hopefully, maybe even at the weekend. Nearly finished it. Put this together last week. Yeah, it's going really well. Drove it at a new course last weekend. Yeah, very happy with it. There'll be a part 2 to it. We've got just stock axles on here at the moment with brass up front on the knuckles. alley wheels, brass donuts in the brass rings in the front wheels, 26mm shocks on there, stock links and drive shafts, Injora aluminium chassis, overdrive in the front. I think that's about it. But but yeah, it's doing like 61. I think I got it up to 61.5 degrees, I think, which was pretty good going, without the body on. I haven't tested it with the body on. What body is that you've printed? This isn't printed. This is just a K10, just a plain white K10. I've got a mount stuck in there for the front that came with the Bronco, and then I made that's just a sprue off a parts tree, which incidentally fitted perfectly in between, and then I made a little mount up on the back there for that just to hook into. And then that just clips in like that. Nice and strong. The arches, I managed to flare those by heating them up, so I've retained the actual arch, but now got full clearance. So yeah, it kind of kept a slightly better look than, looks better in real life than it does on the camera. But yeah, keeps a kind of more stock look. And then I flared the rear ones as well, just to get a bit more clearance around those. But yeah, works really well. Really happy with that. I say that the overhang on the front and rear is a bit crazy. I don't know whether to pinch the front in, or I don't know. Or I'm wondering about doing a custom body for it, maybe. But yeah, got a few ideas toying around with. That will be in the second version. So I used sounds drastic, but I used a blowtorch. But I just used this blowtorch. Just like one of those little ones that use lighter gas, and I didn't use the flame really. I just literally went around using this sort of edge here, and just used it to press the plastic out with. But it seemed to work quite well. I wouldn't have done it to a painted one, but I picked one of these up and I wasn't sure I was going to use it. I kind of did it on a bit of a whim, because obviously they don't come with any grills or mounting options. Obviously that came with my Bronco, so I had that already, and I managed to make something up for the rear which actually works very well. Yeah, so it ended up working quite well, and I'm quite happy about it, but it's not perfect. But yeah, the white bodies are only like $10, so I wasn't too worried about cutting that up. Yeah, pretty happy with that. The one that you might laugh at, this one. Tell me if you think I should do it or not. Or should I give it a go? Should we do this? Should we do... What do we reckon? McLaren P1 off-road edition. I mean, obviously we can't have it sit that low, but the width is nearly perfect. The tyres will sit under the arches. I think it'll need quite a lot losing off the front and off the rear, but I'm not too fussed about it. This body's pretty knackered anyway. But yeah, should we give that a go, or is that too much of a hope? Let us know what your thoughts are. I think it looked kind of cool. Yeah, Well, that was today, wasn't it? We missed out on that. Was that today? No, it was yesterday. Second. Maybe we'll give that a go next week. This is kind of spoilers for the video, really. I had these bug bodies off AliExpress, but they just don't quite fit right. The wheelbase is just a tiny bit out. Really needs a slightly longer link on the back or front, and they're a tiny bit on the wide side as well. I'm going to try and get some of the Injora bug bodies. Quite like the look of those. I've got a few ideas. Something that we could do a bit different with that. So yeah, we need to hit them up and see if they would send us a couple of those. But yeah, can't remember how we got onto that now. Did we go through axles and stuff last week? Axles, I'm pretty sure I mentioned them. These little things. I think we did. Haven't fitted them yet, but I'm going to do that this week, hopefully. They feel really good. Really impressed with the quality of them. Beetle kit. Beetle kit for a body. There's a couple of actually. I've fallen into the 3D printing rabbit hole. I'm in the hole. I've seen there's a number of other brands. I was watching a bug body on eBay. There's a number of other brands that do like a 35th scale. So, beg your pardon, it's getting late. I could go down that route, but it could have been a Revel one. Got it saved on my phone on my eBay account. Of course, eBay sent a thing saying it's discounted at the moment for me. What was it? I'll tell you what brand it was. Oh, those Proline shocks are very nice. Yes, it is a Rebel one that I've seen. 1/32 scale. 15 quid. Not that bad, is it really? I don't know how much, if the body's all in one bit or whether it's I don't know. I'd be interesting to try. Oh, there's quite a few of them. Rebel Beetle. Oh, that's the same one. Ah, here we go. Just found a picture. Saw the Rebel in Hobbycraft. It was 32. The Tamiya is 20. Well, there's one on eBay. I've seen them for 15 quid. And looks pretty decent actually. The body's all in one piece. It's just knowing if the wheelbase is going to be easy to work with. 130 millimeters. Is that roughly right? I think it is, isn't it? Overall length. Might be a bit small actually. Might be a bit small. I have to. I'll message someone and ask them what the wheelbase is. 198. Length or wheel overall? Where's the wheels sit on the beat? Is there much overhang? Not really. Maybe it'll be alright. Oh yeah, getting tired. 130. K10's 100. Wheelbase. Wheelbase is 99, but the K10 overall I'm getting is about 152. And that's saying 130, so don't know. I think it might be a bit on the small side. I'll have a little look, but yeah, I think I'm probably going to just go with the Injora one because it's all designed to fit perfectly, isn't it? So can't really complain with that. Right, I think we're back together now. Put the tyres back on there. Yeah, good. If anyone's got any other questions, feel free to ask. I'm gonna disappear in just a second and crawl into bed. It's the Mini Z thing is what is quite interesting. There could be potential for many option there. For anyone Mini Z orientated, there is most certainly options for a bit of crossing over. The K10 body on a Mini Z. I researched a bit into the Escape 32 Matic. It seems a few AliExpress products right. The product supports AM33 firmware. So they must. Yes, the ES30, the AM32 and Escape 32. Some of the ESCs are the way that I've understood it is yes. Some of the ESCs you can flash with Escape 32. It's the particular Escape 32 that I saw the other day that interested me and that I've read about, which is the Escape